Marcus? What do you remember about Marcus? I'll give you a hint. He sat in the back of the class. Go ahead. Yes, sir. He lived on his own because his mom kicked him out? Yes. Very good. What else? What else do you remember? Anyone else? Yes, sir. Remember, God with curly hair. He did have curly hair. What else do you remember? Wow. That's great. That's great. Yes. Yes, these are all great answers. Well, the guy Marcus in the movie, I'm the real Marcus. I'm the real person that the guy in the movie is playing. And so all of the stuff that goes through in the movie is really happened to me. You know, my best friend is killed. I dropped out of high school. I didn't, you know, there was a lot of stuff going on at my house. Um, you know, like I saw a lot of drugs at home. I saw a lot of violence at home. I saw a lot of stuff at home that just kind of made things very hard for me. Now, I was going to play a game with you, but I'm not sure. Someone told me you guys have questions. Do you guys have questions? Because maybe I can talk about some of the stuff I want to talk about by answering your questions. So here's what we'll do. We'll do boy, girl, and then we'll go from there. We'll start my friend right here first. Yes, sir. Oh, he has this question is written down. That's great. What's your question? Who was my role model? Very good question. My role model was my teacher. I had a teacher who really loved me, a teacher who really believed in me, kind of like your teachers, kind of like the people who are in this school. My role model was my teacher. They really loved me. They were hard on me. They told me I really had to study. They didn't let me make excuses. Other role models were my football coach. My football coach was really, he was a good positive example for me. And another role model for me was Snoop Doggy Dogg. You know, Snoop was the guy for me. That was, you know, he's from Long Beach. I'm from Long Beach. But the best role models I had were the ones I found in school. The ones like the ones you guys have here. Take advantage of your role models. Do me a favor, okay? I want you guys to do this thing. Think in your head right now the 5 closest people to you in your life. 5 people, your 5 closest friends. Think about it. You don't have to say their names. Okay. Now let me ask you a question about your 5 closest friends. You don't have to answer, just keep it in your head. Do the people closest to you bring out the good side of you or the bad side of you? And if you answer, they bring out the bad part of you, then you don't want to hang out with those people. Because they bring out stuff in you that's going to get you in trouble. I had a lot of people who brought the bad stuff out of me. It got me in a lot of trouble. You know, I started doing some stuff that made my mom very sad. I was very disrespectful to my mom. My mom would tell me to do stuff, and I would talk back to my mom. It's because of the friends I have. So if you had any role models, any people in your life who are negative people, who are weighing you down, find some new friends. Thank you for that question. Girl, young lady, yes. When my teacher gave us the journals, did I write all my business in my journal? I wrote a lot of personal stuff in my journal. My father's been in prison my whole life. You know, he's been locked up my whole life. Does anyone here have a father who's in prison right now? Okay. My father's been in prison my whole life. My stepdad, he did a lot of drugs. And he used to meet journal. Um, and my teacher would one time. My best friend was killed. My best friend got killed, and I wrote it down in my journal. And my teachers, and I told her, I said, Miss G, I don't have a lot of friends, and the only friend I had got killed. She says, she wrote in my journal, she says, Manny, I'm so sorry about your loss. She says, if you ever want to talk about it, I'm here for you. I love you and I support you, and you can make it through. I used to write all that stuff down because I knew she loved me. I knew she believed in me. So I wrote all kinds of stuff. One time I wrote this little poem that I like air. Air is so cool. Man, I like breathing air. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I start sweating, the air be on my face. You know, I just can't just breathe right now. I just write all kind of stuff in my journal. And my wife saw my journal. She said, she makes fun of me. But yeah, I wrote. Because you know what? I write stuff in my journals that I didn't feel like I could share with people. And so sometimes no one understood my pain. I was going through stuff that people didn't understand. You know, like, I didn't have anyone to talk to. When I was your age, every 2 or 3 months, I had to move to a different school. Every 2 or 3 months, I had to go to a different neighborhood. So I got very lonely. So I just started writing my feelings down. And this teacher helped me work through a lot of my problems. And so if you guys are going through some stuff, and you want to talk to somebody about it, that's what your teachers are doing. That's what your principal is doing. Just get it out. They love you. Okay, it's a guy's turn. Let's see. Let's go to the way back in the red shirt. Red shirt. How did my friend die? Can I answer that question? How real can I be? We have to answer that. Okay. My friend got jumped by a group of guys, and they strangled him, and they stabbed him, and they threw him off of a cliff. And the jogger was running on the beach the next day, and they saw my friend's body on the side of the cliff. But he got jumped by a group of guys who had been following him for some time. And he was on his way to my house because he wanted to talk to me about it. He got jumped while he was on his way to see me. Thank you for asking that question. His name was Alex. So that was a guy. So beautiful young lady right here. I use my journal maybe once or twice a week. I have it with me. It's in Miss Sweet's car. I bring it with me. I write stuff in there still. Once or twice a week, I'll just sit down and I'll just write stuff down. I have at home in my office, I have a stack of journals like this high, just stuff that I've written over the years. Poems like I like a nice, handsome young gentleman right here in the blue shirt. Yes, sir. Was the teacher like a mom to me? She was kind of like a mom in that she loved me, and she told me, when I was wrong, she would tell me, she would correct me. She told me I needed to go to college. She was never afraid to just kind of look me in the eyes and say, you're better than that. And sometimes you guys, like when your teachers, they kind of give you a hard time. Sometimes, you get mad, like, man, why she keep messing with me, man? Why she can't mess with somebody else, man? You know what I'm saying? They keep messing with me, man. I was just saying, man, I hate school, man. Your teachers are hard on you because they love you and they want to help you. So she was like a mom to me, but she didn't replace my mom. You only got one mom, you only got one dad. You love them and you respect them. But you can listen to your teachers and you love them and you respect them too. Okay, young lady, right there. years old. I didn't meet my dad until I was 5. And maybe 2 months after I met him, he went to prison because someone did something really bad to my mom. And my dad came and found him, and um, I guess he beat him up really bad. I don't think he killed him or anything. I think he beat somebody up really bad. He got sent away, and that's all I ever heard about him. And then I saw him again when I was 19, when I was in college. He got out, and we were trying to work on our relationship, and I was like, anybody, how many of you don't have, like, you don't really know your dad or you don't have a relationship with your dad? Okay. See, I was like that. So I used to say, man, I don't need no daddy. My mom was my dad. You know, and I would, on Father's Day, I would give my mom Father's Day cards.